Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, The College Process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be going over the latest update on the student loan forgiveness as of November 23rd, 2022. But before we begin, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the subscription button down below. It will notify you when new videos come out, as well as we're starting a whole new process where if you have any comments or questions, every Friday going forward from now on, every Friday I'm going to make a video of every question you guys ask me here on the channel, basically into a video. And I'll be posting it every Friday. So if you have any questions today of this video, any other videos you're watching here, post your questions down below in the comment section. I will answer them every Friday in the videos. Also, once again, for this year's senior class, we are running the James Lewis Memorial Scholarship. If you want to help increase the scholarship, or if you want to be eligible for the scholarship for this year's senior class, very simple. Down below in the description is the link for the video explaining how the whole scholarship program works for our organization here. As well as also in the description down below is the organization's Venmo, as well as her buy us a coffee if you want to help support the channel, allowing us to keep making these college videos for you guys out there. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video, the latest updates on the student loan forgiveness front as of November 23rd, 2022. So obviously there's a lot going on in the news now with the student loan forgiveness situation here. As of just yesterday, literally less than 24 hours ago, the Biden administration came out and said, we're going to extend the forbearance, something we actually talked about here literally a week ago in the other video when the courts came in and blocked the student loan forgiveness. We figured that very likely the Biden administration is going to step up and do a 3 to 6 month extension. We were thinking more 3 months, but 6 months is actually a great situation here. From January 1st, which was going to be basically when the repayment started, they're extending it all the way out until June. And what they're doing here by extending it all the way out to June, they're doing basically two different things here, if you read the entire statement here. First thing they're doing is, if at any point in time, essentially the courts come back and say, yes, we're going to basically allow student loan forgiveness, what's going to happen is the repayment of the student loans will happen 60 days after that decision, essentially. However, if nothing has come into place, then 60 days after June 30th, 2023, loan repayments will start again for the federal loans, obviously, here. Now, obviously, many of us don't want the extensions. We just want the loan forgiveness to be given out. But the reality is the loan forbearance, as far as extension going forward another 6 months, is great for everyone. Let me explain why. Now, let's just say you're not eligible for the federal loan forgiveness of the $125,000 or below for single individual, or the $250,000 just gross or below. Then that basically means you guys wouldn't have got this anyway. So for you guys, getting another 6 months of essentially no payments required for the Parent Plus loans or the federal direct loans for the student is a gift, because you guys don't have to make any payments. And if you guys do make any payments, they're paid off at a 0% interest rate throughout this next 6 months. So it's a huge benefit here for the parents and students that were not eligible for the federal student loan forgiveness. Now, for those who are already in that mix that are eligible, so obviously extensions are not exactly what we wanted, but they are very good news, believe it or not, right off the bat. Now, let's talk about what we think is going to happen here, because we've been doing these videos now since basically March of 2020, kind of helping you guys, inform you guys of what's going on out there and what's happening. Now, obviously, we're kind of in that rumble and jungle type situation where the Biden administration has already gone to the Supreme Court and essentially asked them, can you please take over this case and give us a decision, hopefully a decision that's favorable to us, allowing us to move forward with the student loan forgiveness. Now, obviously, the good news here is the Supreme Court has already rejected this case twice, basically saying that they see no merits in the case to begin with, as far as essentially blocking the case. So hopefully, very likely, we're hoping things go through the courts, get to the Supreme Court. If they don't want to get resolved at the lower level right now, where they're basically stuck right now, they've been blocked. If they can get to the Supreme Court, or they can basically, hopefully we can see student loan forgiveness be established very soon. Now, one of the tricky parts is right now is essentially the holidays. Let me explain what I mean. I'm talking about all the different holidays we have coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and so on and so forth. All the different holidays are going to put in forward, unfortunately, delays. So it's basically going to delay it until probably more than likely after the new year. This is probably why I think they extended the extension 6 months rather than 3 months, obviously. Now, right off the bat, for those who are in the mix, those that already know, you've gone through, you can watch the different videos we have here explaining who is and who is not eligible for student loan forgiveness as far as income requirements and so on and so forth. For you guys, I'd be looking to do basically 5 different things you should know right now and should be doing. Number one, right off the bat, you guys should be going on studentaid.gov or studentloan.gov. You can go on either one of these websites here. And right at the top here, obviously, you guys should be signing up for the notifications. The reason you guys need to sign up for these notifications, I'll show you how. Jump onto the website here. What you guys need to do is click here on notification. After you clicked on it, go down a little bit further, give them your email address right here. And the reason you're giving your email address is you go a little bit further down, and right here you can check off any of these boxes here to indicate if any new news comes out, please notify me immediately via email. You want to click on the first box here. Once you click on this box here, it will notify you of any new information coming out from the U.S. Department of Education for the student loan forgiveness process. go to the bottom, click the box, and then click this box right here to submit your application. This right here will make you guys able to be notified the moment we hear any news, good or bad, essentially, on the student loan front. And now, the second thing you should be doing at this point in time, looking to save up to $10,000 or $20,000 in either a savings account or something, a checking account, something you're not going to touch over the next 6 months. If you're able to save up the money just in case things don't work out, talked about this in other videos. If it goes to the courts, great, you have that money sitting there, you can utilize it for anything else. But if it doesn't work out, you also have that money right there, basically the minute before the student loan repayment starts, let's call it July 1st. You can send the money off, not have to be hit with any additional interest going forward before the 60-day window comes around to make you start repaying. So just things, kind of an emergency fund, let's call it, just in case this doesn't work out. And then the third thing you should be looking to do right now is essentially considering maybe paying down some of the student loan debt, especially if you're over the $10,000 threshold or the $20,000 threshold, because once again, we're in that zero interest rate environment. Where paying it down now is a great way to reduce the debt you have, or consider even paying down further past the $10,000, $20,000 limits, depending on where you are and what you should be getting as far as student loan forgiveness, because they've already come out and said anyone who's paid during the forbearance period, March 2020, basically all the way now till essentially to June 2023, you guys will basically be refunded. So it's not a bad idea to consider as you keep watching for the next 6 months what's going on, maybe making payments throughout the time because of the fact that they will refund you back. They've already said this. If you're making payments throughout the forbearance period and you're in that $10,000, $20,000 camp where you will be getting student loan forgiveness, they are going to refund you back. And then the next thing you should know, essentially the fourth thing you should know here, you should be considering doing, is getting a copy of your 2020 and your 2021 tax return transcript, which you can do right here on the irs.gov site. You go on here, you go a little bit further down, you click on the transcript. This will allow you to choose, after you create an account, which transcript you want. I would be getting both the 2020 and the 2021 federal return transcript. There's two transcripts, by the way, a federal return transcript and a federal account transcript. You don't want the account one, you want the federal return transcript. I'd also be getting a copy of my 2020 and 21 federal tax return. You can get that typically from your accountant, just get a PDF of it, because at some point in time they're probably going to ask for these forms, and it's better to have them in hand when everything gets resolved here, hopefully in the positive side where we are getting federal student loan forgiveness. And of course, the last thing here, the fifth thing to know, do not under any circumstances consolidate your federal loans or refinance them. If you do either consolidation or if you refinance these loans, the federal loans specifically, the Parent Plus loans, or the federal direct loans, also known as the Staffer loans, you guys will not be eligible. You're going to make yourselves ineligible if you consolidate or refi your federal loans. So don't do that right now because it doesn't make any sense, especially with the forbearance in place with zero interest rates. It makes no sense. Okay. Now, all that being said, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, once again, every Friday I'm going to take all your questions, make another video, and put it on the YouTube channel answering all your questions here for the week. That way it's easy for me to get to all the questions because I haven't been inundated with a lot of questions from you guys. I figured making a video every Friday is the easiest way to get the information out to you guys that need your questions answered. And with all that being said, if you do like today's video, please leave us a like. It does help the channel, as well as on the screen is my contact information. If you need help with the admissions, financial aid, or the loan process in any fashion, very simple. I do sit down with families on a one-on-one basis. I do Zoom meetings to help you guys out. So if you need assistance, if you want a meeting with me, very simple. On the screen is my cell phone and my email. Just send me a text message or an email. Those are the two fastest way to reach me to get a meeting or to help you guys out with whatever your situation may be in the college realm here with the college process. But other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, my name is Ed from Principia Prep.